You have to excuse the light in a minute, but it's as you can see, the racking's all there to fit the DeWalt T-stack boxes, and then a few sections underneath for other pieces, and my leisure battery down there. So basically what I've done is, this is 2 sections, well 3 sections actually. So you've got the bottom section, which is up to here. So it's basically a flat surface, so that's the bed. So a mattress goes on top of that, or a piece of foam will sit on there, and then you've got your camper van bed. And then you've got these 2 on the left, that's one section. These 2 on the right is another section, and they're just screwed together in the middle, and a couple of screws holding them down to the flat surface, the bed frame. So what I'll do is I'll take them out for you, throw the mattress in, and then you can see exactly what I've done. Right, as you can see, I've emptied them out. All it is 12mm ply construction, just brad nailed together with glue, and then some strips of 12mm ply put on the front. The reason why I've used 12mm is just purely for weight. 9mm is a bit thin, and they've got to be strong because they've got to come out every weekend for obviously camping. What I don't like those 2 middle dividers at the top. They're different heights for a reason. It's because I've got a tall drawer stack in there, which is actually taller than where the box goes in there, but it needs to be like that. I don't particularly like the way it looks, but I use these little bits at the top for, that's the Festal vacuum bags up there, and that'll just be odds and sods going in that one. At the back here, I had to angle it just to get it in, just because of the length of it really. If you've got a long wheelbase, you probably won't have to do that, but this is a short wheelbase Vivaro van. So all it's fixed down with at the moment, temporarily, is a screw there, screw there, screw there. These packers here just for the drawer box that's gone in, just so I can open the drawers without getting it out. There's another screw at the end, and then a screw there and a screw down there, just holding them together. I'm going to change them to threaded inserts just so they don't wear out, and they're a bit more hard wearing and easier. But I'll just rip this out for you and show you how easy it is. Like I say, this is temporary. I'm going to put some threaded inserts in. That'll make life a lot easier. Right, so there's those 4 screws, and then it's just 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So now these 2 can slide out. I'll have to move you out the way because you're stood right in my where I want to drag them out the van, and then we'll show you what we've got. There we are, one nice comfortable foam bed with what I can only just describe as the brightest bluest sheet that I could find. So let's jump in. So basically, yeah, sleeping bag on there, pillow. You've got a nice 600mm wide bed. Okay, it's not the widest, but it's a small van. You've got to make do what you can. So what I have down there is a leisure battery, which runs off the alternator when it hits the right voltage, and then it's linked up to this lot here. So Get that out of the way. So obviously volt gauge there. We've got that's for an external light I'll show you in a minute, and that is USB fuse box. That's a carbon monoxide alarm, and this is the light switch. So this light I got off Amazon. If I can find it, I'll link it in the description because it's really good. It's magnetic, and that basically will clip on the outside of the van at night if I'm camping. And I mean, this thing is seriously bright. Really well made as well, solid. The magnet's so strong. Obviously it's daylight now, so I can't really show you how bright it is, but take my word for it, it is really bright. And then we've got the cut off thing there. So what do I do about cooking and washing up? Well, I don't like cooking in a van anyway. I've had a camper before and it just smells, unless you've got a roof vent with a fan, it really isn't nice. So I'll show you what I do with cooking. Washing up as well, I'll just go and grab those items and show you now. Right, so here's my two items. This is a collapsible washing up bowl. Brilliant, stores away in a box. I don't want to be doing washing up inside or using a tap inside, just because it gets everywhere and makes it humid inside. That's what I use for water, for spraying off pans and things. Brilliant, you know, you can spray yourself in the morning as well. Just a cheap little £5 pump bottle. So about cooking, this is what I use, is the Coleman dual fuel stove, which I run off of unleaded petrol or gasoline if you're in the States. Really good economical way of cooking. This is probably faster than a jet boil if you want to boil water, and I'll show you what I mean by that, how powerful this thing is. So I'll just get the tripod and I'll show you. Alright, so all you do with these, I've already done this so I can't really do too much, but give that about 20 pumps. Shouldn't really do this inside the van, but it's so windy outside, I'll do it for the video. Lighter, it catches. That's why you don't do it inside the van. So obviously it starts off with big flames, and what it does, it heats that pipe up there and vaporizes the fuel, and the flame goes blue. See your food or water, put that on like that. Well, I'm sure you know how to do that, and it is so fast. It's quite easy to control. Usually once you've lit it as well, you want to pump it a bit more just to really get the thing going. To control it is just this lever here. Turn it right down or right up. I'm sure you can hear that roaring away on the video. Right, so that's how I cook. So I do that outside, and then I just got to wait for the fuel, last bit of fuel to burn off. That's cool. Now that can go back. So I have a little fold out table that I take out anyway. So I do this outside, and then obviously I've got the light that I showed you earlier. So it's a good way to have a little camp. So I hope you enjoyed the video of this simple camper conversion. I hope a lot of you tradesmen out there that wanted to do this and couldn't think of a good way of doing it have taken some inspiration from this, because camping, it really did change my life. I think for your mental health especially, getting out there, not so much in this British sort of winter time is not so great, even though I still do it, but in the summertime, to get out there and enjoy yourself on the weekend, it is really relaxing. Sat around the fire cooking your steak, things like that, it's a bit of music on, it just really is nice. And I think a lot of people who haven't tried it, I think you should give it a go. Give it a little try. You might really enjoy it. A long hard week of work can be quite stressful sometimes, especially physical jobs like this. Your back's knackered, your legs are tired, your feet are knackered, and it's just great to get out there and just relax. Have a couple of beers, take some nice food, have some laughter. You will really enjoy it. And then Obviously Sunday evening, chuck the mattress in the garage, get the racks out, put them back in, and then Monday morning is ready to load your tools back in, and you can't go wrong. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and like the video as well down below, and hopefully you can see me again in the future.